Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today we are talking about some critical reading strategies that will enhance your reading and comprehension. Reading is not just a passive act of absorbing information. It requires deliberate strategies to fully comprehend and critically evaluate text. In an age of information overload, mastering various reading strategies can help readers discern what to focus on and how to engage with text effectively. 5 key reading strategies: skimming, scanning, in-detailed reading, previewing, and annotating each serve distinct purposes and can be applied depending on the reader's goals. 1. Skimming. Skimming involves quickly going through a text to get a general sense of its content. This technique is useful when a reader needs to assess whether a text is relevant without dedicating too much time to it. For example, when reading a newspaper, skimming helps identify important headlines, summaries, or key points. The primary aim is to grasp the main ideas without diving into every detail. Skimming is a time-saving strategy that works best when a general understanding suffices. 2. Scanning. Scanning is a focused, rapid search for specific information. Unlike skimming, which provides an overview, scanning involves looking for particular details, such as names, dates, or keywords. This technique is ideal when the reader already knows what information they need. For instance, scanning is helpful when searching for a specific statistic in a research paper or finding a phone number in a directory. The reader's eyes move quickly over the text until the desired piece of information is found. 3. In-detailed reading. In-detailed reading, also known as intensive reading, involves thoroughly reading a text with a focus on understanding all aspects of its content. This method is essential when studying complex materials such as textbooks, research papers, or literary works. Unlike skimming or scanning, in-detailed reading requires careful attention to the arguments, structure, and nuances of the text. It is best used when complete comprehension is necessary, such as when preparing for an exam or writing an academic paper. In-detailed reading allows for deeper engagement with the material, making it easier to remember and critically evaluate. 4. Previewing. Previewing is a preparatory reading technique where the reader takes a quick glance at headings, subheadings, tables, graphs, or introductory paragraphs before reading the entire text. This helps the reader to develop an expectation or framework about the text will cover. For example, previewing is useful when approaching a new chapter in a textbook or before reading a lengthy article. It helps establish context and enables the reader to anticipate what is coming, enhancing focus and comprehension. Annotating. Annotating is an interactive reading strategy where readers highlight, underline, or take notes on the margins of a text. This strategy encourages active reading, where readers engage with the material by questioning, summarizing, or reflecting on what they are reading. Annotating is especially helpful when reading for deeper understanding or when preparing for discussions or debates. It aids in organizing thoughts and pinpointing significant messages for future reference. Annotating also enhances retention as the reader actively processes the information. Differences and use scenarios. While all these strategies help in reading, they vary significantly in application. Skimming and scanning are both rapid techniques, but skimming gives a broader sense of content, while scanning focuses on finding specific details. These methods are best when the reader is pressed for time or when full comprehension is not necessary. In contrast, in detailed reading is slower and more thorough, requiring full attention and concentration. It is the go-to strategy for in-depth analysis and understanding. Previewing is a preparatory step that can precede any reading strategy, helping to set the stage for better comprehension. Annotating works well when a text requires critical engagement, offering a way to interact directly with the material and retain key points for future reference. How using different techniques for different purposes serve you? Using different reading techniques for different purposes can significantly improve retention and save both time and energy by aligning the reader's approach with the specific demands of the text. Here's how it works. 1. Increased retention. When reading techniques are matched with the reader's goal, retention improves because the brain processes information more efficiently. Skimming helps identify the main ideas quickly, giving the reader a high-level understanding without overloading the brain with details. This works well for topics that don't require deep retention, but offer a framework that can be built upon later. In detailed reading, on the other hand, slows the process down, allowing the reader to engage with complex material. This in-depth approach fosters better comprehension, as the reader can absorb and analyze detailed information. When a text is carefully read, the brain has more time to process and store the knowledge in a long-term memory. Annotating encourages active reading, which boosts retention by involving the reader in the material. Highlighting important sections, taking notes, or summarizing as you read leads to deeper engagement, reinforcing key concepts through repetition and reflection. 2. Saving time and energy. Different texts and situations don't always require the same level of focus. By selecting the most appropriate reading strategy for a task, readers can conserve mental energy and save time. Skimming is an efficient way to process large amounts of information quickly. For example, when going through a magazine or scanning an article to decide if it's worth a full read, skimming helps avoid unnecessary time spent on irrelevant details. Scanning pinpoints specific information quickly, allowing readers to allocate facts or key points without reading everything. This minimizes the effort required to find important data, such as when looking for a single reference in a research paper or fact-checking a specific statistic. Previewing helps readers form a mental map of the content, which speeds up the reading process later on. By quickly familiarizing oneself with the structure of a text, readers can better navigate it and identify areas that need closer attention, thus saving energy by avoiding aimless or redundant reading. In essence, tailoring your reading approach ensures that energy is not wasted on unnecessary details or overly detailed processing of unimportant content. By using these strategies effectively, the reader becomes more effective, getting the most important information while avoiding fatigue and reducing overall reading time. Enhancing the reading process. To enhance the act of reading, it is essential to create a conducive environment. Distraction-free settings, adequate lighting, and comfortable seating can make a significant difference. Breaking reading tasks into manageable chunks and setting clear goals for each session can prevent fatigue and improve focus. Additionally, practicing active reading techniques like summarizing, sections in your own words, asking questions, or predicting upcoming content can deepen understanding. Combining multiple strategies, such as previewing before in detailed reading or annotating while skimming, can also improve efficiency and retention. Lastly, engaging in regular reading helps develop fluency, making complex texts easier to tackle over time. In conclusion, understanding and applying the appropriate reading strategy to the task at hand can dramatically improve reading efficiency and comprehension. By mastering techniques such as skimming, scanning, in detailed reading, previewing, and annotating, readers can approach texts with a clear plan and get the most out of their reading experiences. I hope this information was helpful for you, and you can use different techniques for different purposes in your reading. Keep reading, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video.